What if you just trusted when you make an offer that people are smart and they're smart enough to know if it's for them when it is, and they're smart enough to know that it's not when it's not? If you can do that, a couple of things happen. One, what if you only desired people to say yes for whom your offer is best and nobody else? What if that were the case? You really wanted people who your offer wasn't good for to say no. What would you do? You would make your offer unappealing to people who it wasn't good for. One of the ways I do that is I raise my prices so that people who aren't going to do the work. And what do I mean I raise the prices to keep? Because paying for the offer is the easiest part of taking advantage of the offer. If you're unable to overcome the lowest hurdle, you're definitely not going to overcome the hard ones. I raise the price. Does that make sense so far? And then I realize how human nature works. If in my conversation with you, a sales conversation with you, if I make you feel like I need you, i.e. commission breath, I'm going to make so much money if he says yes. Right? If I make you feel like I need you, you believe you don't need me. If I make you feel like you don't need me, then if I make you feel like I don't need you, then you automatically believe you need me. What's the best way to make somebody feel like you don't need them? Realize you don't need them. I don't need you to say yes to my offer. I literally could care less. Like, you will never in your life, I don't think you'll ever in your life find a lower pressure salesperson than me. Like, when I make an offer, this is my offer. You're smart. I trust you. If it's for you, you'll know it. If it's not, you'll know it. This is my offer. This is how much it costs. If you're expecting me to sit here and talk you into it, you have me confused with Byron Silver. I'm not doing that. Tell me yes or tell me no. Tell me now, I got to go. I'm heading to the golf course. Here's the link. If it's for you, take advantage of it. Love you. See you later. I'm going to the golf course. I understand the laws of nature. Here's a law of nature in selling. You ready? It's called the law of averages. Regardless of who you are, if you have an offer that's valuable, if you present it to enough people, some of those people will say yes. If you take the law of averages, let's say you make one sale out of every 20 people who sees your offer. If you get 200 people to see your offer, you're going to make 10 sales. What did I just do? I took the law of averages and I applied the law of large numbers to it. Because if you let 2,000 people see your offer, 200 are going to say yes. Because I know someone's going to say yes, I don't need it to be you. I'm totally leaned out. I'm not trying to convince you. I love you enough to hope for your sake this is in your best interest. But if you say no, oh well, you do you, boo. I'm on my way out the door. I got to go to the golf course. The golf course calling my name. And see, stop needing people to say yes, because the more you need somebody to say yes and the more often they say no, the less likely you are to continue in the journey.
Today, I done the biggest brain dump to my mentor. He told me that don't hold back, tell me everything. I explained the whole entire funnel, the whole entire idea that I have around ADH Dizzle, who I initially want to serve, my decision making around my free community, paid community, everything. I just told him everything, man. And Saturday we're just going to really dive deep on just like kind of getting the messaging right, and just making sure I'm serving exactly what I'm meant to be serving, and just really bringing it down to the final. I help such and such do such and such by like that statement will be just very crystal clear by the end of that workshop. So really excited about that, because yeah, it was interesting to see that I'm actually confusing my audience with what I actually do for them. And it's just going to be great to just know like this is a specific person, and just really knowing if they fit the product or not, or the program, and being okay with that, right? Not trying to force people to do anything, just really just like letting them know like this is how I can help you, and you either want that help or you don't. Like, and there's really no pressure at all for me. I don't, it's not in my nature to be salesy. It's just more, I'm just very clear how I can help someone, and if they can see the value in it, and then they'll work with me, and if they don't, they just don't work with me. And this is really as simple as that, man. I could see the benefit of working with my mentor. He did not have to tell me twice. I made it work, and I'm working with him now, right? And I just want the same for anyone who wants to work with me as well. I don't want any pressure. I want them to make that decision for themselves. I'm not telling them and forcing them. Myron Golden obviously done a clip at the beginning. He talks about that. Like, he talks about persuasion versus convincing, and that's my approach. Multi-millionaire, right? Myron Golden. And he's someone that I would love to work with in the future once I'm crossing the metrics that I want in terms of how much I want to make through this business. One of my investments I want to do in the future is Myron Golden. And Myron Golden, he charges 55K for a coaching, a year coaching program. And I would like that to be one of my investments in the future. Maybe the next, I don't know, I'd probably be charging more by then. But and I'm just on this pursuit, man, of just like, it's this mentorship for me, man. As far as I'm concerned, it's mentorship and cohort. That's the only two things I'm going to be offering, at least. That's the two things that I'm going to be actually doing in terms of my investments. I just want to give people an opportunity to be able to choose options that work for them. But if they ever want to work with me, they only got those two options. There's no other options. Like, it's just only those two, and whichever one you choose, you choose, right? But it's okay, right? I'm always going to have alternatives that you can take as well. That's just my approach now. And I'm just getting my mentor's feedback on all of it. He's going to let me know. He's going to approve things. Oh, yep, that's a good, solid idea. Approved. Because what I've learned about me is that I'm the ideas guy. I'm the guy who's just, I'm ideation. But I'm really just like, I'm never running out of ideas for ADHD, where I could take it. But I just need someone to kind of just say, oh, that one there, it's a good idea, but not yet. Let's stick that for next year. Stick that for third quarter, fourth quarter. Like, I need someone doing that for me, right? Because what I end up doing is just end up having all these ideas and get overwhelmed, right? And obviously, as you guys know, I've got ADHD, so it makes it a lot harder for me to manage that. I'm getting much better at that, and I'm understanding that mentorship's the only way that's going to help me to manage it consistently, right? And then once I get really, really good at that, which obviously I am, I would say I'll consider myself much better at it now. That's what I'm providing for all my clients, right? It's just helping them with that, but just getting a mentor to help me with that, so I'm even better at that, is what's obviously the goal here. The video for tomorrow, the video clip that I'm going to do for tomorrow, I already know it, and this is the theme that it's going to be. You're always going to see a clip at the beginning of each video that I do. That really gives you context for what I'm going to talk about, and that's what's there for me right now. Is just I'm not here to I'm not here to convince people to buy into what I'm up to. I'm just more like, I have the solution to your problem, and it's up to you if you want to make that commitment right now, or if you want to do it later. It's up to you. But what I found is that the longer I leave it, the more money I'm losing, right? And that's from my experience, and it's just letting people know that's kind of just how this game works. And you're either going to find it out now when you've watched this video, or you're going to find it out later on and say, oh, Michael's right, and you're going to do it then. But the clock's ticking, man. And I honestly tell you, really, really, just, this is the biggest advice I can give. If you're the first time watching this channel and maybe just come across this video randomly, the one thing that I wish I knew sooner is just saving up for a mentor that really speaks my language, and reaching out to him or her and asking them if they can navigate me on this journey to get as close as possible to where I want to be. It is the best money you would ever spend. Not crypto, not stocks and shares, maybe gold, because gold is quite a solid one. But if you're going to do that, just do that, or get a fucking broker to do that for you. But in terms of the best ROI that you're going to get from an investment is if you save money. If you have to save the money, save it, right? Don't just, oh, I ain't got enough money, that's it. No. Find out how you can make the money. My mentor, I had to make it work. I had to find the money. Like, it weren't like, oh yeah, no, there you go, like, quickly, yes, bang. It was like I had to make some. I had to speak to my partner, and I had to say, oh yep, I moved this here and it. Like, I had to do all that, right? I made it work. It wasn't a no. It was like, let me see how I can make this work, right? And that's the level you got to be at. If you really want this, you will make it work. If ever I'm speaking to someone on a call and they're telling me what transformation they want, and I know I can help them with that transformation, and I tell them how much it is to get that transformation, and they are telling me, oh, I ain't got the money, or they're coming up with these excuses, I'm not going to do any fucking convincing, man. None. I'm not convincing anyone, man. I don't want a client. I don't want a client who I have to convince to come on my program. I want a client who's committed to the transformation and knows that what you've done, Mike, is shown me that you're consistent, or you are someone who can get me there, and I trust that, I've made it work to work with you. That's the conversation I want to be having with people on a sales call. I don't want to be sitting there back and forth. I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time for fucking an hour just trying to convince you to get in the program, bro. You either want the transformation or you don't. Like, just go somewhere else if you want if you don't trust mine. That's it. The biggest thing I'm going to leave with you guys, whoever's watching this, is that don't try and convince people to fucking go into your programs, or don't try and convince people to essentially do something like the thing is at school. School's a great platform, but some people just don't use it good enough. And what they're doing is they're hard selling people, and then they're giving school a bad name. They're jumping on calls of people, and they're trying to convince people to fucking buy their product. Like, it's not about convincing people, man. It's about showing them how they can get the transformation, bro. Stop trying to fucking sell them, man. Stop trying to sell people, and start trying to understand what's actually going on for them and what transformation they actually want, and then actually seeing if you are genuinely the person that can help them with that. And if you're not the right person that can help them with that, maybe just give them a recommendation of somewhere else. Because what school has right now is they have a affiliate program that essentially you could even say to them, look, listen, I think this might be a good fit for you right now. I'm a part of this paid community. It has this. Maybe consider joining that. There's a link. That might end up being the fucking the downsell, right? Don't try to fucking convince people, man. That's the key message I want you guys to get right now from this. I ain't convincing no one. The only thing that you want to do is you want to not have people be in their head about, for example, you know that you can help someone, and someone says, and then they start giving all these objections. You're not trying to convince them to join your program because of the objections. What you're actually trying to do instead is you're trying to understand why they have the objection in the first place, and if it's actually an authentic objection to have. Because essentially, that objection is come based on either fear, or it's come based on maybe they don't understand something about what you said that you're going to deliver for them. Because if they could see really clearly that you could help them, and they could see a very crystal clear map of what the actually deliverables are, like I knew what I got the deliverables were shared to me with my mentor. I had in my head the vision of the path, and that path looked very attractive, and I can see that he has been living that path himself. There's evidence of it. I've seen it. Oh, he's doing it there with that, and he's doing that, and I could see very clearly that he is a very strong candidate for giving that, for setting that path for me. And there's many others as well. There's more of it, like there's more out there. But for me, I just think that he best suited where my journey is right now, and that's why I invested in him. I might not be the best fucking investment for you right now. This is not about me trying to be the best investment for you right now. What this is about for me is making you guys know how I can help you. And if you trust me enough and you see enough results that show that Mike knows what he's talking about, he's showing up, he's doing the work, he's got the rocket next to his name now, fucking hell, he said he's going to do that and he did it. That's the level of conviction I'm going to have right now with my journey. It's just showing people the results, and then it's very easy for them to make a decision that way. And that's all I'm going to go by, is just showing them the results. That's what's going to make them make the decision of whether they're going to work with me or not. Not me convincing them and trying to pull their arm and all this stuff, because I'm not the best fucking coach in the world. There's so many people better than doing what I'm going to be doing for other people. There's loads of options out there, right? They might want to just go for my mentors. They might just say, Mike, I actually want to go to the boss. I want to go to the person that's been mentoring you, right? Like that's okay, because like I said, I chose who I chose, but there was plenty of other options, man. Dan Martell was one of them. Dan Martell was someone that I was going to go with, but I chose this mentor instead, right? And Dan Martell, he's the same age group as me. Yeah, obviously he's a family man. He's got ADHD. There's a lot of fucking things that would have made me go with him, but I just felt like this investment that I made was just it just made sense, man. Yeah, man. It is what it is, guys. Like, look, listen, this is what I'm sharing with you. It's just the real. This is what the journey looks like right now. I don't know. Whenever you come across this video, you might come across this video when I'm already crushing it with like the goals and start the rockets next to my name and all that stuff. By then, by the time you see this video, you might be seeing it before that. But whenever you're seeing this, I just want you to know that the best part of my journey was when I realized that the person that's ahead of me is going to get me there faster, and it doesn't matter how much it costs. It's actually how soon they can get me to the result that's going to matter. Because if they get me there sooner, that's going to be money well spent, right? If I don't use that investment, what ends up happening is I'm spending a year just trying to work this out, and I'm wasting time. I've got potential to make 30K per month by investing in someone. I've got the potential to make 30K a month without him. But the without him version is going to be longer, and there's going to be lots of trial and error, and it's going to be a lot of just slugging away. And if he makes me do it within the 90 days, right, for example, that's 90 days of me having 30K a month. If I do it by myself and it takes me to the end of the year to do that, how much have I lost? How much have I lost from this by not doing the investment? That's all I'm trying to show you to you guys. Like, this is how my mind's working right now. Do it with this person. My last entire fucking saving, everything's fucking gone into it to make me 30K comfortable per month in the next 90 days, or in 90 days, slugging away, just trying to work this out myself, trial and error, and I might not even get there, and then I'm losing money. Because then I'm not spending more money on some other shit. Like, oh yeah, no, just buy this course. No, just buy it and buy it. And then you keep buying all this other shit you don't need. And then by the time you look around, you spent the same money that you could have spent on the mentor. Guys, man, save your money, stack it up until you got enough for that mentor, and spend it on the mentor, man. That's what I'm saying. And the funny thing about this is that I'm not even telling you to do that with me. Like, I'm telling you to do it with the person that you trust right now. Whoever you trust the most, save up for whatever it is that they're giving you as an offer to do the program with them and do it with them. Like, that's it. Simple as that. Like, nothing else. Do not overthink this shit. Do not waste time. Every month that you waste, you are losing money. You're losing money, man. I'm going to leave the video at that. Don't think there's anything more to add. I think it's very crystal clear that what you need to do. And just don't make the same mistake I did, man. 30K a month would have been comfortable for me right now if I just use that money more wisely towards the end of the year, but I didn't. And it is what it is. But we're going to do it now. We're going to do it again. And I think the good thing about this now is I get to document the 90 days now. That's the benefit of doing this now anyway, the way I've done it. Anyway, take care, guys. Peace.